Hi Libra, this is Colette. I'm with Lost Twin Tarot. This is a brand new channel. I just started. You're actually the first, no, second air sign I've done. Um, Bear with me because I'm just trying to get everything together. I'm trying to get the setup straight and everything. Um, I'm sure you've watched tarot readings before. So it's a general reading. Just leave the pieces that don't resonate and just take the pieces that do. Um, But yeah, what I normally like to do is just I already cleansed the space, meditated on your cards, and I've already pre-shuffled. I usually just do a tiny shuffle a little bit before, and then before I cut the deck. Um, and then I pull the cards, and then usually if I need to pull any additional clarifiers, I just let those pop out, if need be. Um, the way I see it is if whether they pop out or whether they are pulled, whatever is going to come out is going to come out. Libra, March 2024. And I'm really excited about starting this channel. It's taken me a long um, time to get it started. I have a pretty large family. All right, so on the bottom of your deck, you have the chariot. So let's see what we have going on for you. And I'm just trying to get everything in view, and eventually it'll be just the way I want it. So you have Temperance, the Two of Wands, the Eight of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Four of Cups. Okay, there we go. I just want to make sure. Okay, and then we have with the Temperance, you have the Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands, you have the Three of Swords, Eight of Swords, you have the Six of Pentacles. With the Page of Cups, you have the Eight of Pentacles. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Devil. And with the Four of Cups, you have the Queen of Cups. Okay. All right. And I feel like I probably right off the bat, I'll probably pull additional clarifiers for you. I think with Cancer's reading, I think I looked at them and I had to pull additional clarifiers right away because I think they had like the Tower with the Two of Cups and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, I'm gonna with I have Venus in Cancer, and I was like right away, that's can be a little bit of emotional sign. I know I am in that aspect, so I'm like, I gotta pull additional ones right away. So let's see what we have here. So yeah, so with Temperance and the Two of Pentacles, yeah, this is all about, balance. And I feel like, Libra, you are the scales of balance. So you don't have, not yet at least, the Justice card. But I mean, Temperance is all about putting, trying to maintain that alchemy, putting, kind of also having that one foot in, one foot out. And I feel like with the Two of Pentacles, maybe that's what you've been kind of doing lately, or, that's something that what you could be doing. Maybe you could be trying to start something, or maybe you could be, really trying to just make something work. Maybe not even trying to start something, but maybe just trying to keep potential balance maybe in your home, or maybe balance at work, or whatever it is that you're trying to do. You could be trying to make a negative situation, or just the daily life balance. Just try to keep things smooth, try to keep things going, try to keep harmony in your household. Um, or keep harmony at your work, or whatever this is. I feel like, you're just trying to keep things like, in a peaceful situation. Um, with the Two of Wands, you have the Three of Swords. I feel like this is something that you could be trying to, I feel like you have plans that you want to do. And I feel like with the Three of Swords, you could be, I feel like you're almost, you, I don't want to say you're heartbroken about it, but I feel like something is either, um, is either dragging you down or you're just kind of mourning something or there's something that never got off the ground. I feel like there's something that's just isn't going to work out or you felt like it's not going to work out or something. Like you have plans or you felt like you had plans, but it just feels like anytime you get it started, it's like you never get to put, you never get to the Three of Wands. It's like you have the Two of Wands, but you can't get to the Three of Wands and actually put it into action because you have this Three of Swords like hanging over you about something. Right next to that, you have the Eight of Swords. But I mean, you have the Eight of Swords and then the Six of Pentacles. And the Eight of Swords, it's all about that self-imposed restriction. It's all about, you know, having the Eight of Swords to me is one of the, I mean, a lot of people don't think it's really that bad of a card. To me, it is because being an air sign, I feel like you kind of, you do it to yourself. It's something that you can easily get out of, which is good because you have it with the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is all about balance. I mean, you have cards of balance, you know, with the Temperance. And I feel like this, is saying that you can get yourself out of this situation. All you need to do is kind of plant seeds with that Six of Pentacles in the right areas of your life. Um, I feel like the Eight of Swords is saying this is the I can't, I won't, I should, I could, but, and the Six of Pentacles is like, well, just put, energy into this much energy into this part of your life and don't put so much energy into this area. You're putting too much energy into maybe something that could almost be taken care of on its own. Um, I don't know. Maybe you spend too much time cleaning your house and you're like, well, I don't know. You're like, well, what am I supposed to do that? I can't afford a maid. And you're like, no, you can't afford a maid, but maybe you can um, invest in a Rumba or something. Um, and you're like, well, you know, maybe I can't afford a Rumba. And it's like, okay, well, maybe you can, you know, I know for me, sometimes I get my kids to clean the house. I get my well, they're supposed to clean the house, but and they're supposed to. But even when they just clean it like once a week, it really does help. Even when they take a basket of clothes up and down the stairs, it's helpful. I probably just made my kids look super lazy. With the Page of Cups, you have the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like this could be something at work. The Eight of Pentacles is, this can stand for something related to work, but it also can be about just enjoying the things in your daily life that, make you happy. It can be about hobbies as well. With the Page of Cups, that could be, some people say that can be a secret admirer. Maybe you do have a secret admirer at work, or, I guess take that how it resonates. Um, But either way, the Page of Cups is about bringing something, you know, bringing the idea of, as, that mentality of, you know, that fish in his cup, bringing that down. He's talking to him about what he wants. And what I feel like with that, what I'm getting off of that, this is kind of a strange example, but, you know, I had used to have this boring job and I used to have to like look outside this window and the highlight of my day was when these people used to clean the windows. It was like a window washing. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but I guess it was an ASMR thing before I knew what ASMR was. But either way, um I feel like you're kind of taking that and somebody could be offering you something either at work, something that you could really lead you to better things. Um or just taking time out in your day to almost appreciate the smaller things in your day. Um, but that's what I'm getting off of that. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Devil. Um, yeah, this definitely could be something inside your head. I mean, this is, you know, a Libra, this is air sign. This definitely could be some some just um some toxic energy. I feel like, this could be negative self-talk. I feel like this could just be a negative um round and round you're kind of going in. The Nine of Swords, it's like he's in this bed, but he has that comfortable situation that he just can't get out of. He's unhappy in that situation, but he's comfortable enough where he can't leave. Or at the same time, he's stuck. And I feel like that's the same thing with that Eight of Swords. It's like you're in a situation, I can't, I won't, I can, but it's like, but you could, you could leave the situation, but it's I understand it's not as easy as it's not just like I can change the situation overnight because nobody can. You can't change a situation overnight, but at the same time, you're not, bound to something. But it's almost like nothing is set in stone. Things are changeable. You just have to kind of go through the motions of change. And change is hard and change is difficult. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Four of Cups. I feel like what this is saying is that, you know, with the Four of Cups and the Queen of Cups is really, she's a nurturing energy, she's an intuitive energy, and she values her emotions, and she really looks after her own emotional self. She takes care of, you know she takes care of herself. She's self-care in that, picture. She's practicing self-care. She's in that little goose, or I'm pretty sure it's a goose, but she's in that bathtub, and she's practicing self-care, she's taking care of herself. And I feel like what this is saying also is that, if somebody's offering, you have that Page of Cups right there, he's got that handout. With the Four of Cups, they have that handout, potentially saying that, there's, somebody could be offering you something, or there's an offer on the table, or there's some sort of offering. The universe itself is offering you a situation, or there's something there that's just out there. And I feel like you might have to practice a little bit of self care before you can really make a decision on something. You need to really be, clear headed and really have your almost spirit kind of, you know, just kind of have your soul nourished, I feel like is what I'm kind of getting at here. Let's pull some additional clarifiers. Let's here with the Temperance and the Two of Pentacles. All right, with the Temperance and the Two of Pentacles, we have the King of Wands. We have the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom. And, I feel like what this is saying is that you really do want to keep things, um, you really want to do have like a balancing that you want to keep things, um, in harmony. You have the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom, and on the bottom of that deck, it's really nice and golden where that horse wants to stay, and it's really dark and scary on the other side. I feel like it's almost like if this is starting something, you know, it's like, well, I do want to start something, but it seems like it's really scary, or I do want to go over there, but I'm a little bit, it just seems too dark out there. I feel like with the King of Wands energy, you know, it's like this little boy, he's out there and he has this big fire breathing dragon, and it's reminds me of, how can anybody be scared if they have a fire breathing dragon with them, right? It's all about courage. It's all about just taking um, charge and complete strength and bravery. It seems like you're taking control of a situation, I feel like. With the Three of Swords and the Two of Wands, you have the Six of Wands, which is really, really good. And you have the Six of Cups on the bottom, which is really, really a great thing. I feel like the Six of Cups on the bottoms could be potentially It could be a past situation, um, maybe from childhood or just maybe from the past. But the Six of Wands is saying that, you're overcoming this. And you're not only overcoming this, but you're doing it, I feel like, in a way where you're coming out on top and you're gaining recognition for it. Maybe where people didn't think you would um, be able to pull something off. You're putting plans into action and you haven't been able to. And I feel like now that you're going to be able to overcome something, especially with that King of Wands card next to it. What is the Eight of Swords, Six of Pentacles? Yeah, you have the Ten of Wands. You have the Ten of Wands, and on the bottom of the deck you have the Queen of Swords. And I feel like what that's saying is that the Ten of Wands is saying that, look at all these candles. I mean, it's just showing complete burnout. It's like you're almost burnt out from something that you've been almost restricting yourself with. It's like you're burnt out on something. But with the Queen of Swords, that's saying that you're almost finding the truth in something. What I really see about this card and what I really like about this card, it's like it almost reminds me of like if it'll focus, if I can get it up there. It's like a beautiful white owl. And it almost looks like it would be like in a movie where you would go to this white owl and it'd be like a talking whimsical owl where if somebody was to tell you something like the only way you could find out is like if you go to the forest, the white forest with the white owl, and they'll be able to tell you how to break the spell or something like that. I feel like that's what it would kind of be like. Um, and I feel like that's what you're kind of gaining clarity on. Um, and I feel like we're kind of all in that situation, kind of like almost like as a collective, we're all trying to figure something out. We're all trying to gain clarity on something because I feel like it is kind of like a time where, we're just, we all are trying to gain clarity on something. We're all trying to lay down a burden on something. And I think that's kind of what it is. We need to recognize the burdens that we need to cut out. And we're always going to have burdens. We just need to pick and choose which ones that we can carry at which times in our life. With the Page of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Wands and you have the Chariot on the bottom. So, the Chariot can stand for headed for a victory. He's on that bike. He's headed towards that, bright good light, representing the sun. The Ace of Wands, that candle's burning bright, not like the ones in these other cards where they're all burnt out. This one's burning bright. Representing, with that, that Eight of Pentacles, something's, going to be burning bright, bright, burning bright within you, whether it's this, something that you're working on, a project, a hobby, whatever it is, it's something that you want to do. It's something that I feel like, been wanting to do for a long time and you've been putting it off. What is the Devil with the Nine of Swords? Okay, we have the King. You have the King of Cups. I feel like what that's saying is that, the devil and the devil and the Nine of Swords, I feel like, he's just saying, like, really take, you know, charge of your emotions. Look at that whale. He's like deep in the water. I feel like, this is something where you're inside your head with that Nine of Swords, and the devil is that, that toxic energy that kind of lures in, and that's where you're inside your head. That's that mental up here, and that King of Wands is where that, or King of Cups, I'm sorry, comes in, and that's where it comes in. It says, no, cut that devil out, cut that Nine of Swords energy. You could be having a King of Cups energy supporting you as well. You have the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom as well. Which means you could be feeling very independent. You could be a very independent person, but you could also be feeling lonely. I mean, this cat's sitting here all alone, you know. It's a beautiful cat. It has a lot of, it's sitting at the table, but it looks really lonely and sad. you could be feeling like you have, you know, a nice lifestyle, you could be having a nice home, but there's something missing. You could be feeling like, well, there's something missing here. Definitely, I feel like that's something that, you know, could be there. Like the thing, it's not a nightmare. Like the situation is uncomfortable, but not uncomfortable enough, I feel like. And lastly, the Queen of Cups with the Four of Cups. Okay, yeah, we have come back here. We have the Nine of Wands, and we have your card, the Justice card on the bottom. Yeah, the Nine of Wands and the Justice card. So, yes, things are going to be so Chariot on the bottom of the deck with the first deck, and then yeah, by the end of the clarifications, you have your card, the Justice card. But I mean, what's that saying is, you know, you're the Nine of Wands, that's a the wounded warrior, and that Queen of Cups, that's what I was saying about that self-care, she values her emotions. That goose values her emotions very much. Um, and it's asking you with that Four of Cups, yeah, you have been wounded in past situations, maybe these past opportunities or these past situations, yeah, they haven't been that great. Yeah, we have been wounded by them, but it's asking you to, keep going through the motions, keep going through, but you do need to practice, you do need to, take care of yourself and to, accept what is coming in as it is. And not really look at things like it's going to be a Nine of Swords situation. Perhaps, maybe it's if this is something that is related to something that's coming in and you're having anxiety about a new situation coming in, you know, I mean, it's not going to be all Nine of Swords, and maybe it's not going to be all doom and gloom if this is something new that's coming in. But it looks like a lot of there really hasn't, since I've done these readings so far, there hasn't been like any, like, not really any, like big money readings, like big money ones either. A lot of the cards, like all the readings so far, have been about like healing and balance so far. I feel like that's like, if that's kind of like if it's like the springtime that's coming in, if that's what it is, or like where I am, it's like spring, if that's what it is, or because we're getting into the March, if that's what it is. I'm not sure, but that's what the focus has been so far. But either way, they all look good. Everybody's kind of, the collective has been kind of focusing on that so far, balance. So I feel like that's really important right now. I'm gonna leave it there, Libra. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Um, I'm going to be posting weekly readings after this, but until then, I really hope you enjoy your reading. Thank you so much for viewing. All right, bye.